Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. I'm going to I'm about to land on a planet, so I guess we'll see if this game will actually work. As I was playing it for a little bit, it took me quite a while to figure this out. I got not all the controls down, but I got some of the controls, or the basics almost down. They're trying to make it realistic, but these simulator games can be a headache. I know that their jet fighter game, I couldn't even start the aircraft. I mean, there was so many buttons to push. That's just ridiculous. So, all right. So this is Elite Dangerous, but it says Horizons on it. But when you download it, it says Elite Dangerous. Basically, I play the beginning, or I talk before the gameplay, I talk after the gameplay, and I already made some content of this PC game, and I got this free on Epic Games. Uh, so this is going to be like a quick video. I just want to show you that whether or not you can land on planets. I know that you can fly around and go to those orbital bases that they have, sort of like satellites. You go inside of them, land, and upgrade your your ship, and you can take missions, basically jobs, and you go do it. Well, this will be the first time landing on a planet. I'm not sure how good it's going to be, but this will tell me everything about this game, whether this game is worth playing any longer. So I just wanted to share that. All right, let's get going. And it's very complicated recording this, so just bear with me here, and hopefully it'll run smooth on your end when you watch it. So everybody, thanks for joining me. And again, and those who have subscribed, there's more content to come. For those that are just stopping by but won't stay or subscribe, thanks for joining me anyway. I appreciate it. Please watch the beginning, middle, and end of this video, at least if you can. I do updates, and so on. So, all right, let me get going here, and we'll see what happens when we land.
Cavity incurred. Shields online.
Well, I honestly don't know what to do here. The controls are awful. I don't know if I was supposed to land. It was supposed to interface with a terminal, but it was a trap. Um, that was part of the work order, I guess you could say, or contract. My goal, well, I was supposed to land and then interact, and it says after you interact, you will get your payment. Yeah, it was a trap. So and yeah, I did all this work to get here. I thought I was gonna land and then enter the port, but instead they started to attack me. And there was no options to do anything other than the fact that maybe somehow land and get out. But I don't think that's exactly how the controls work. So I would have to mess with this for a while, and I'm actually losing patience to play it any longer because it's just I don't know, I'm kind of it's not very interactive. Like for instance, like self-explanatory where hey, you just go to A, you go to B, you do basic things. No, they want you to do even more stuff. 'Cause, some simulators are just they want you to do more, try to make it more realistic, more lifelike. But really, it's just a game. So to make it that realistic or lifelike is not going to work. My experiences in simulations stuff, they gotta go too far trying to make something that is not realistic, real life. That VR system, like the headset where it's the VR headset, maybe that would be more appropriate for something like this. But I don't like that type of stuff. Uh, Too much work. But I think some of these similar, like I said, just like that fighting one, you had to push all these buttons, turn things on, turn things off, just to start the engines on a fighter plane to get off the aircraft carrier. It's not it's not realistic. I mean, even in real life, when fighter pilots go inside their planes, they're not going to sit there all day and push a bunch of buttons. You know what I mean? They're going to do something like turn on the power, turn on the fuel pumps, or a few buttons, maybe a security um, um, code or whatever, and I mean, come on, when there's an alert, when a fighter pilot gets in the aircraft, they're not going to sit there and punch 100, 200 buttons just to start up and take off because their base is about to be attacked. They're going to hurry up. They're not going to push a bunch of buttons. They're going to do the bare minimum buttons, and they're going to get out of there and get up in the air as fast as possible. That's my take on that. With these simulators, they're doing way more interactions than necessary. Just like in a car, yeah, you can see unlock the door, open the door, close the door, put your seatbelt on, or adjust the seat, put your keys in the ignition. A few steps to get going. You're not going to sit there all day, and punch a bunch of buttons before you even start the motor. It's That's not how it works. So some of these simulators are not realistic, and and it's more annoying than anything. So I don't like. That's my opinion. I don't like those types of things, and this one is kind of leaning towards that. And so I'm probably not going to play this much longer. But I wanted to show you another part to this game, and it's not what I thought it was. It's not what I thought it was. It's more of a headache than anything. And majority of the time, you're just going on those those little orbital satellite bases around the planet. You go in and you, like I said earlier, and you repair your refuel up, repair your ship, upgrade your stuff, and then you take a job and you go find it in another system. You warp there or whatever, a couple warps, and then You go and you know what I mean. And it's just kind of sort of self-explanatory, but then it's not. Like, what do you think about this video? I mean, I'm not the best at this, but this isn't what I thought was going to happen when I was supposed to land. It's supposed to have some kind of automated landing system or approach vector or whatever. Get permission, and I didn't see anything like that to get permission to land. So that's my take on it. So I probably won't play this much longer. I'm probably just gonna uninstall it and move on. Uh, it's just to me, it's just not worth the time and the hassle. There's so many more better games out there for this, but at least I landed. Well, would have landed. I was supposed to land. They said you're not authorized. Blah blah blah. But I think it was a trap from the contract you got. Yeah, once you land, get to the terminal, you'll get your reward. It said, yeah, you got your reward. You're getting shot at. So so I don't know if I did it right. Maybe there was a way I could have done it better. Maybe like I said, I don't know what I'm doing. This is all new to me. They didn't give me any. There was no permissions or nothing. So I just thought I had to come down and get close to the base, and they would give me permission to land. But there was nothing on there for permission. So it was obviously what was a hostile contract that I got. So and the weapons wouldn't work either. I couldn't get the weapons, and then I ran out of oxygen. Opening up the gun turrets, well, they lost oxygen. Either that, or I was supposed to put a helmet on or something. I'm not sure about that. So it's really complicated and really much. It's not really enjoyable unless you take it step by step. And I did the best I could because I was just wanting to play it. And a lot of people in real life, real people don't have time to deal with all the 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 little tiny things, all these little tiny things. So just to play a game. So anyway, that's my take. What do you think about it all? Like I said, I have no idea what I was doing. I just sort of got some of the basic training stuff down, and then I wanted to go to a planet and get out and get to have the suit on and explore, and that's not what happened. So yeah, it's probably not the best. I don't even think that the add-on would be worth $10 or $20 either. If this is the kind of stuff you're dealing with already in the game, but like I said, if you're really into this, it might be something for you. But I want to say that anyway. But for me, this is not my type of game. Um, I was starting to enjoy it or start to figure it out, and then is this all there? No Man's Sky is better than this. I do more. I would have uh, No Man's Sky would be the way to go. They have that. They have it on the PlayStation. They probably they obviously probably have it on the PC here as well. I do have it on the PlayStation 4. I did buy that, um, but a long time ago when they had it out, and they're all complaining because the video of the game wasn't, or the demo video wasn't what the game was, and then they all went at it because the game wasn't finished yet. They wanted to release the game, but they didn't. But then they didn't do the update. They had to do the update way later, and everyone was complaining. Remember, and about that game, and that was because the game wasn't finished enough. You had to wait for the update. So, and then now they have several updates since then. But I think No Man's Sky, if you had to choose between this game and No Man's Sky, No Man's Sky would be the better and more friendlier way of going about it. Playing a explorer game like this game is just not worth it, in my opinion. So just that's my take on it. That's my view of this game, but I did share how I felt about it, and showed you a little bit of the content and it's not very friendly and interactive friendly wise. But of course, I haven't played enough of it. But I have played many hours of this. Even though I only put a few videos up for content, I have played it many hours, and I just got it. I just can't deal with it anymore. This is not the game for me. So I'm gonna move on to another game soon here. I'm still doing Mario. So if you made it this far, thanks so much. And moving on to the next video. Take care, everybody.